I have a confession to make.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
When I go to somewhere and people give me salads and light stuff, I might feel not so happy about it. I might not feel fulfilled. But today I'm going to give you a recipe which will be like a salad, it could be like a main course, and it will keep you full and filled and satisfied for hours, and it's very easy to make, it's vegan, and it's really guilt-free in many terms. It is called Kisir. Kisir has been around Anatolia and all these regions, even going to those Marrakesh sites, somehow to Bulgaria and down to the Middle East, all over. One thing I forgot to tell you is, now we are making the classic kisir, but after mastering it and understanding, we can go crazy. For example, I do it with beetroot and it becomes this incredible color and very amazing taste. I do it with melon, sour plums, sometimes in wintertime with pomegranates. All good, all great. These are some ideas of what you can do with kisir, how you can adapt to your own taste and whatever you have in the kitchen. But first, let's try the basic one. And we start with this very thinly cracked wheat. Bulgur is a very special thing that later on this year I want to tell you more about. It's like this. In many of the countries around the world, this is called bulgur in Turkey, but around the world it's called couscous, which is what tagine is made of. Probably it's more famous around the world. This is this small cracked wheat and you can buy it as couscous, but couscous originally, when you say and go to a market in Turkey, if you say couscous, it's something totally different. I need a small timeout from making kisir, because when we watched the video, Bahar told me, Refika, you should tell more about bulgur. So here I am and I listen to what she says. Bulgur is, like Anatolia's, one of the top ingredients that we use, and especially in the times of war and etc. It's what used to keep us going. And what is bulgur? Bulgur is actually like cracked wheat, but not in an ordinary way. First, the wheat is collected from the farms, cleaned, and then boiled and cracked, and then dried. But this process, like in each step, there's like interesting stuff. First, when it's first collected, the type of wheat should be what it is used as the pasta. It's durum buğdayı, which is hard wheat. Then it had to be cleaned. And I would like to show a video of a guy who did this cleaning, because it's really hard. Now we have a farm and it took us ages. And I found a guy in Antakya who used to do this by hand in an incredible way, and I want to show you that. This is like magic, amazing. It's like Miyazaki's spirits going away. And he said that the thing that he was doing this with, I said, how did you do it? When he was small with his father, they buy it from Halep. And I said, like, can we go and buy it? And don't know. Maybe Halep is not the same anymore. So, some of the things we lose on the way. Then what happens to that wheat? As you can see, it's quite big when it's cleaned. This is called ashurelik buğday. But then you can crack it, and like there are bulgurs which are this big called başbaşı. When it's a başbaşı bulgur, it's exactly like this. But then there are the cracked ones, and when you grind it, when you crack it, it falls in different sizes, and different sizes are good for doing different things. For example, this is good for a pilav and pilav rice. Turkish people eat some kind of rice or pilav almost every day, near every dish.
And this bulgur pilav is like everybody's favorite.
Almost everybody's favorite. And actually, from my father's side, I'm from Kapadokya, Nevşehir. My grandfather used to be wheat farmers, and he used to make bulgur. And I have his pots to make bulgur with. In Ramadan time, we gave soups with it. Remember?
Yes.
Yes. Then there's the smallest one. This is like the left out parts, but it is great for few things. Want to make several different types of köftes. Also for kisir. And the good thing about bulgur, different than bread. Okay, they're all carbohydrates, but this takes longer time to digest. And the glycemic wise, which means it doesn't like higher up your blood sugar as much as rice and as much as pasta. One of the reasons why Italians are so keen on al dente is to keep the glycemic index in such a way that it doesn't higher up your sugar level. So, and bulgur has this in its nature, so it's really nice. So keep in mind, if you are not a gluten-free person and if you don't eat so much bread but you want that satisfaction, bulgur will run to your help. Now, I had 1.5 cup of bulgur. And to that I'm going to add, not a cup, sorry, glass. And the measurements in cups are going to be down below. With measures of 2, I'm going to put water. But if you were, let's say, a new bride in Anatolia in the old days, your mother-in-law would expect from you to do this dish totally with cold water. Why? We want all these like small pieces to be really separate and on its own. So with cold water you have to knead it like for an hour, but it becomes great. I used to do it that way. Your hands get scrubbed and etc. But because we're not newlyweds and we have tons of other things to do, we're going to do together with you a small cheat, which is half of it is going to be hot water. And to 1.5 glass of bulgur, I put 2 glasses of water. Now, bulgur is going to soak the water slowly and going to get expanded. I'm going to put it on the side for a little while for it to rest. At the time, we have some greens that are going to be involved in the kisir. I'm going to cut them first. And those greens are a lot of parsley. You can use coriander. Coriander also goes great with it. And I have spring onions here, because I know there are spring onions which are this thick as a thumb. I'm going to use, these are small from the garden, so around a batch of spring onions. I'm going to also put the grams down below. Now, all this parsley may look too much to you, but it's not. It's a great way, as I said, like this is a really guilt-free dish. The balance of eating greens with carbohydrates is very important, and it gives you that with a big satisfaction of eating something great. I'm slicing the onions like 6 millimeters each, less than a centimeter. I am mincing all the parsleys so that some get bashed and it's going to give the flavor to the bulgur more. And I'm not saying like finely chopping because it's like we call this mincing. There's another word called kıymak, and I believe it's very essential to understand the Turkish food because we mince a lot of things and put very different kind of flavors and things all together by mincing. When you eat something, you just like do not get one taste, but you get various tastes all together, but it's not like I'm here and I'm really dominant. It's as if they go together and they become one orchestra and no one stands out kind of thing. To do that, you need to do a bit of mincing. And this knife, why I've designed it, it's in a way like Italian's mozzarella, because we start almost every dish that we do daily by mincing an onion and then making salads like this. Not like big leaves, but small leaves like this. So I think this cuisine deserves its own type of knife. So this is how this baby came to life. So, and here we have 5-7 sprigs of fresh mint. If the stalks are very thick, please cut them. By the way, if you put this in water, it's going to have its small roots and you can...
You can plant them in a pot.
You can plant them in a pot, as Bahar said. And we have actually ones that we have planted before. They're not so great looking, but you get the idea. You can get your own mince like this. I chopped the mince a little bigger than the parsley and go just like that. Okay, the herbs are ready. I want to show you the bulgur. Here it is. And what I'm going to do, as you can see, it grew in size almost twice and it's a little warm. I want to just do this so that it gets cool. Then I'll make a mixture and I want it to be on room temperature for it to soak all the goodness of the sauce and not lose its individuality. So, okay. To this, I'm going to add a heap tablespoon of and a half tomato paste. Tomato paste, for the ones who don't know what it is tomatoes at the end of the summer. It gets crushed and cooked a bit and it becomes this incredible paste which increases the umami, the taste of everything that it's put in. And weird enough, this tomato came to Anatolia less than 200 years ago, we can say, from America, but now it's, especially in wintertime, it's in every dish we make because it increases the taste of everything. So with that 1.5 tablespoon of tomato paste, there's also 1.5 tablespoon of pepper paste. This is a pepper paste that I have made. If you have like a strong and very hot pepper paste, use less. Mine is rather mild. I add half a teaspoon of salt because like all the pepper paste differ in salt. You should manage it yourself. It's very important. And half a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to add 1.5 heap teaspoon of cumin. This is going to give incredible taste. And for the taste to get in, we need a lot of olive oil, which I just have ran out of. About 80 milliliters, 6 to 7 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm just putting it just on the paste, so when I mix it, it's going to be mixed all together. So now time to transfer the taste of your hands, the energy from your hands to your food. So I'm getting in. If you cannot find pepper paste, you can use tomato paste and vice versa. You start to get hungry.
Yeah, can't wait to eat it.
Now, when you mix it all, it's time to taste. It's really nice. I can add more salt. Oh.
This is also raw food, no?
This is also raw food and very, very healthy in that sense as well. So, if your custard's color is paler, you add more paste. This is almost ready.
You said at the opening that this dish keeps you full more than the other dishes. Why is that?
There's something really special about bulgur. It grows in you. For example, now you see it's almost like soggy. It will suck all the goodness and the flavors, and it's going to grow even bigger. And if you drink water or ayran something, it's going to get even bigger. Second reason, there are going to be lots of vegetables that we add in that increases the amount of fibers. To digest fiber takes longer time to do, so also for that reason. And one final touch is the pomegranate molasses, and this is an incredible thing. It's pomegranate juice evaporated. Maybe we can do it when the season comes. You can make it at home if you cannot find it around. It increases the sourness, but if you say, Refika, we don't have this thing, you can still do the recipe. You just add more lemons to the recipe in the end. It's for the sour balance. I add all the greens. I add the greens last for that, not to kill them while kneading. If you want it to be more spicy, you can add paprika. Always a final taste.
May I?
Yes, but now all my hands are dirty. You have to put some more salt because of the greens. And final touch of olive oil. So, all done. Now the fun part comes, how you serve it. We have a big plate like this. And we have lettuces like this. This is a long one, but you can use romaine, any kind of lettuce you have would do. I cover the bottom with these. Then you have to let the bulgur fall from your hands. Never squeeze it, just let it fall. From a glass and a half of bulgur, a goodness this big is ready. And how we eat it, final touch would be a bit more sourness, and in this case, a bit of lemon on top. And you can add some more lemons on the side for people if they want more lemons. This is a dish that is done on celebrations. This is a dish when a farmer goes to a farm. In the morning they put everything, and on the way everything gets mixed up and becomes a dish. It can be done very simply, it can be done in a very elegant way. Everyone in every status and every kind of place will love it. And it's cheap, It's really healthy and it's very, very delicious. Goodness wrapped in lettuce. What if you don't have any lettuce? Can you eat it?
You just spoon it. The taste gets better in time.
This is for today. If you don't have lettuce, you have this spoon. This is how we do it. Yeah, the song for the Kisir makes you sing. Thank you for watching this video until this time. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the attention you're putting on the channel and all those comments that you write. Really makes my day. It's so valuable. I feel as if I'm like 18 again and a new life is beginning. Thank you so much. Take great care. Bye-bye.